A girl and her dog. Trying to get red while he was sitting there like a good boy with his tail going 90 miles an hour. See, there you go. Brooke was just telling me, I didn't know it was supposed to do this. Yeah, well, when they changed their forecast 10 times a day. Yeah, it ain't rained much, just enough to get everything wet. I don't think it comes up in the gauge. But, hey, I actually think I slept last night. Handful of ibuprofen and I slept until it started raining at about 3 o'clock. And it was literally just raining up there at the field. Like 5 minutes ago you could see it raining. Now it's not visible anyway. So, I don't think we're going to do much up there today. Probably put a kink in it, but you never know. I mean, this may be our 100% that we're going to get today. There's thin spots in the clouds, and there's not so thin spots. And they're actually moving pretty fast. They may all disappear. Who knows? And we may be all black sky in an hour. Who knows? But yeah, there ain't much in there. Yeah, don't do any good here. Yeah, there's barely got anything on top. But that's enough to keep from moving up there, especially as wet as some of that already is. I mean, it's bad when you're going the second time over and it's been squished and cut, and it comes up like a block of clay, like you're going to start working clay. It's like, really? And it's not even clay. There's actually topsoil up there. Oh well, we'll see what the day brings. I got a couple other things that need to get done, I guess. Well, I did have hope for today. I figured at least I could probably take a little disc and finish going over what I finished up last night. Yeah, maybe she should have run till midnight, I don't know. But then, I'd have had to walk home, or she'd have had to walk home, but she had the key, and I haven't driven the toaster before, so. Yeah. Not like there's no other things to do. It's just a matter of other things that I really don't want to do in the rain either. But, you know. And I think it's raining enough up there that neither tractor's even going to move from where they're sitting for a while. I almost thought about taking them out of the field and parking them in front of the barn up there on the gravel last night. Probably would have been a good thing. But, you know, watching 3 different things to tell me what the weather's going to do, and they all 3 say something different. And quite literally, the last one I just looked at, well, one of them still says the same thing it said last night, 100% chance of rain today and tomorrow. The other one says like 40% chance right now, and 10% chance the rest of the day. Yeah. Well, I had to run to town and do a few things this morning, so since it was wet, what the heck, right? And, I mean, obviously it rained here. I watched it from down there, but it's been enough wind, and really it hadn't rained since probably 10 o'clock that I know of. It's a couple sprinkles here and there, but she's almost done getting over this. We may go ahead and shoot for doing the last pass on her today, or at least getting it started. If we get it started, then I might be able to. I still got to get the seed truck full though. I was to do that this morning, but Becky had a couple of deliveries and I kind of had to assist with that a little bit. So I didn't get the seed truck filled. Kind of need some time when it's not raining to do that. As I'm getting sprinkled on right now, a little more than it was. And I can't see what's coming because it comes from that way. But anyway, I'll get this one filled up. she can come up here and get filled up. She can grease them both. Well, at least get that much done. I really did want to get the seed truck filled the other day and bring it up here, because not like I don't have an almost empty barn to put it in. Same with the drill. Wouldn't be the first time I backed it in there. Oh, by the way, the grass is slick. Being I had to back around her car, I ended up over there a little too far, and I went to pull ahead. Took it a minute to move. But we'll see what happens here in a little bit. Maybe do something, maybe not. By the way, for Nelson and Jan both, there you go. And hey, you know, we got to get the Massey in there again, right? Because we know Jan loves them Masseys. I like that tractor. It's been a good one, especially for what we got into it. Between the purchase and parts we put into it, fixing it up, we got like $7 grand. And it was worth $25,000 when we were done with it, so, you know, can't complain about that. No eagles up here today, but there it is, dead center in the screen. There's a hawk there, and there's another one that just flew by it and went up into the trees. I hear him squawking, I just can't see him. He's somewhere up there. That's all ready to go, except I haven't greased the disc yet. But the other end of the barn had a bunch of little trees. Got anywhere from about 8-inch diameter down to 2 or 3 inches. I got what I'm going to cut today. Got some limbs off the driveway too. That little DeWalt 20-volt saw, it does pretty good. Oh, he's flying. He's got him something in his talons, I think. And he just, excuse me, just landed again. Oh well. No, I got the other end of the barn pretty well cleared, but then there's some bigger trees, like you can see that cedar right there. And there's a couple other bigger firs that, yeah, he's taking off now. Must have had to get a better grip. Down to the corner and up into the trees. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry I didn't zoom it in. I figured I'd lose him if I did. So anyway, yeah, I'd rather have a bigger saw for that other. I got some more limbs to trim. A lot of limbs around here should get trimmed, but that fir tree right there hangs out over the driveway, and yeah, we're actually been driving pretty much clear off the rock the last few years, so I got what I can reach with the regular saw, and I'm gonna try that pole saw out there and get the rest of them up out of the way. And that fir tree there hangs over the driveway too. See if we can't get them out of the way. And yeah, old house, nobody's been in there since about the time the landowner got married and put the mobile home up at the top of the field. Show you a little more history around here. A few years ago when we were combining up here, first year Thailand ran combine, she said, "Daddy, my head hurts." How come? Because the man's making it hurt. Well, the man would have been whoever used to live in that house, and there's a hatch up there in the roof to get up to clean the chimney. Apparently he was standing on the roof, and when she get beyond these trees here, coming down the field, get close to this end, and he was just really making his head hurt. So since I was driving truck and waiting for one to load, I just came down here, kind of walked up and down the driveway. You know, I don't know who the hell you are, but hey, leave her alone. And eventually he was nicer to her. Hasn't picked on her since. But there's another much older home here. And unfortunately, a few years ago, got probably 10 years ago now, I guess, Mother Nature finally had her way with it. Right there. The squirrels living in it, covered in blackberries now. That's all. Come on. Hey. Well, it doesn't want to zoom in. That is all notched beams. I guess they are round. So, okay, they're logs. I know part of them were flat. But that was the original house up here. From there, I don't know where everything went. And They used to keep this closed up, but freaking people come in and decide they got to check it out. They've run a few people off. I've run some off. We go to come in the driveway and somebody's blocking the end of it. Like, no, get the hell out. Unless you're paying rent on where I am, get out. And time must have just finished getting done with that one pass. Back to where I cut those limbs, that's where the gravel goes. So we're gonna get these taller ones out of the way so we can get through. But anyway, now it's time to service. I can finish fueling anyway. Nothing like pumping 100 gallons or more out of the freaking truck every day. Not a inexpensive planting season, that's for damn sure. So anyway, oh yeah, and the old barn. It'd be kind of nice if, I mean, it's not safe for anything anymore. It'd be kind of nice if they just push it in the pile and get rid of it, because getting a semi around in here doesn't work. And that tree's grown enough since we started farming up here. I really can't come underneath it with a semi. It just happens to be where I can get that trailer to. And I don't know if I can back into it to hook it up now without cutting some limbs. It's only been sitting there for about 1.5 years. We didn't use it last year. So that ought to be fun if I need it. And so there is not enough room in here for me to come in and pull a loop. Well, I can, but I end up running into all those limbs to try to get around, and it don't work out real good. I can do it with that trailer, but I can't with the 48. But just imagine if I had all that room. But it is what it is. I don't think the landowner wants to bump it out of there. And yeah, there's a tree on the far corner. It's far enough away, it just needs the limbs cut off. It's pretty good size now. It's probably, I suppose, at least 20 inches at the butt. A couple of them little fir trees I cut were piss fir. Just watch the freaking pitch pissing out as I'm cutting it. It's like, oh, nice. I hated that stuff when I was logging. So anyway, I'm going to back up over here and we'll get her fueled. I just, you know, it ain't doing much, but if we do go get the next pass over this, it's going to seal it up too much, and if it rains, then we won't be able to get on it for a while. If we kind of leave it, you know, if I can get Becky to run one and Ty to run one, I can follow and plant, you know, half hour or so behind him with a little breeze. It'll be dry enough to plant on most of it. But God, you know, if we do it now, and I think I'm going to come plant tomorrow or the next day, it ain't going to happen. No spoiled cows around here, right? That's actually Brooke's old show cow. Brooke walks down here and she goes the other way. Yeah. Becky comes down here and she wants Lovins. Of course, none of them done anything yet. 224, she's the one that was supposed to have twins in her, and I don't know. I mean, she don't look pregnant, but she don't look not pregnant either.
I don't think she's pregnant at all.
And she's been coming in heat, so.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it could be one horn. Hey. Could have been one calf in each horn, and could have absorbed one, so her body thinks she's open and in need of being pregnant.
Amy, don't worry about the damn dog.
You know, who knows? Because that can happen. We've had that happen, actually. They decided, okay, well, it had to have been one in each horn, and slipped one or absorbed it, and the other one come out later. And Lena there, that yellow tag one, she was the one due the 15th of February, according to preg tests. And the one next to her, 713E, she was the very first one to calve last year.
Hey, are you?
And that one's that Birdie May cow. She had a funny looking calf last year, but the little bastard grew, so.
Did you tell her size?
Anyway, it's tinkling up there again. I got some limbs cut off the trees, and I gotta say that DeWalt cordless pole saw, it is top heavy, but I love the angle that the bar's at compared to the pole, because it doesn't blast it all in your face. And I think it's got more power than the chainsaw does. personal opinion from what I've
I'm not
been able
sure.
to tell.
I'll get back to you on that.
ran it almost as much as the chainsaw and still had plenty of battery left too. Well, probably half as much as the chainsaw, I guess. But anywho,
Yeah, and then tell him then that we have
it's been a day. It's
more
tinkling.
stuff.
See what tomorrow brings. So thanks for watching, everybody.